Hello, everyone. Welcome to yoga. If you're doing this on the Glendale College Wellness Channel, YouTube channel, good for you. Reminder that you can always join me live Wednesdays at 4:30, but using the recordings is great and wonderful, and you can use them as many times as you like. All right, we're going to get started. If you have a strap or a band or a scarf, or a sweatshirt, and if you have blocks, they're not necessary, but I'm gonna use them today. You can always modify everything that we're doing. I'm starting sitting on my knees, but you can sit cross-legged. I just feel like this helps me elongate and lengthen my spine and hold my core a little bit here. It feels like I have more room. We're going to start with some shoulder openers, some side rotation stuff, and see what the class brings. Follow our heart. So before we start, speaking of heart, let's put our left hand over our heart and our right hand on our belly. And just kind of dipping our chin down and either looking down or resting our eyes and closing our eyes just for a minute. Let's bring ourselves to this practice today. Here we are. And just kind of notice whatever floats into your mind and let it float away, and focus on the rise and fall of your belly and your chest. Bring yourself to that contact, your hands to your body, the hands on your body. And that sense of touch being comforting and also a little strange. Sometimes we don't really hold ourselves, so maybe there's a little feeling of foreignness there. Whatever comes up, just let it come. Let's try and elongate the inhale to a 4 count. So we're going to inhale 1, 2, 3, 4, pause. 6 count exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Pause. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Last time. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Elongating that exhale gets us to activate the calming effect, the grounding effect. So whenever you feel stressed, taking a 4 count inhale and a 6 count exhale will help you ground yourself in your movement. So when you're ready, you can keep your eyes closed or not. You can release the hands. We're just going to take a few shoulder circles here, bringing the shoulders forward, up and back. Inhaling as we take the shoulders up. Exhaling as we take the shoulders back. And this is also a good way to begin our practice because it's sort of like a self-massage. We forget that there's so many things we can do to make ourselves feel good and to relax and get into our bodies. Somebody just gave me the Thich Nhat Hanh book, How to Relax, and I look forward to reading it. It's a very small little short book, so any tidbits I find I will bring here. And let's reverse those circles. Really focusing on the inhale as you bring the shoulders back and up, and then exhale as you bring the shoulders forward and down. And really try to trace the widest circle. Visualize that range of motion. Visualize that you're tracing that circle. Good, and let's just take a nice, let's let the arms just dangle. Take a nice inhale, take the shoulders to the ears. Hold the breath. And when you can't hold it anymore, just release it and give a nice big sigh. 2 more times. Last time. Oh, feels good. Go ahead and grab your strap or your scarf, or if you don't have anything, just take the arms up. And we're just going to bring the arms down in front, kind of pulling slightly away from each other, letting the arms kind of pull slightly away. Inhale, and then pulling and stretching and taking them behind. I have to let go a little bit because my left shoulder is hurting. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. One more time, all the way up and back. And if your shoulder hurts too much, just take the arms up and down. There's no need to hurt in a bad way. And the pressure pulling the strap away from the hands gives you a nice tension there. We're gonna just tilt a little, teeter top, taking that Y shape over to the left. Inhale, recover. Exhale, keeping the Y shape, but crunch. So this is getting the side body, getting the rib cage, the core, and also the waistline. Just try to keep those shoulders dropped down the back. Inhale as you come up, exhale as you go down. Good, and let's take that in front, and let's just twist to the right, keeping the tension on the strap. Look over your right shoulder, and come forward. Your arms should start to feel a little bit tired, yeah, because you are keeping that resistance. Looking over our left shoulder now. So we're just doing gentle spinal twists, sitting here. Things are starting to snap, crackle, and pop in my spine. That's a good thing. Feels good, like there's some stuff getting released. Inhale as you come forward, exhale as you twist. Keep the tension on your strap. Good. And release. Ooh, that felt nice heat generated there in the arms. All right, I'm taking my blocks out. And then I'm gonna come into tabletop here, putting my hands right underneath my shoulders, knees right underneath my hips. We're gonna inhale, arch, look up. And exhale, squeeze the belly button towards the spine and round and tuck the chin down to the chest. Good old cat-cow, the bread and butter of yoga practice. Matching the movement of the breath with the movement of the body. Never gets old. Cat-cow always feels good. Really just luxuriate in the practice, coming to our bodies and coming to our spines. This is such a great spine activator. Pushing those hands, the base of the hands into the mat. Activating the arms. Scooping the belly button towards the spine so you're activating the core. Spread those wings in your back behind, part behind you. A couple more times. Good. Now we're going to do sexy cat. We're going to take the rib cage to the right, and then we're going to arch through, and then to the left, and then round down. Take the rib cage to the right. Maybe bend the elbows a little as you arch, look up. Take the rib cage to the left and then round through. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Reverse that circle. Rib cage to the left, bend the elbows. Arch, rib cage to the right, round, drop the chin. Activating those hands, pressing the base, the root of the palm down into the mat. Good, and now we're gonna get the hips involved. Let's come into prayer. Let's take the hips to the right and then come through up dog and then hips to the left. And into prayer. So we did cat cow, and then we did sexy cat, which is basically with the rib cage in a circle. And now we're doing prayer through a nice curve to the right into up dog, curve to the left with the pelvis. Moving the pelvis in a right circle around and then to the left. Take the pelvis to the left, come through up dog. Push around to the right through prayer. Whenever I do this, I feel like I'm just getting I'm revving the engine. This is my slow rev of the body engine. Good. And you can hang out just in up dog for a minute, maybe kind of do a few head circles or whatever feels right. And then maybe a little shimmy all the way down into, tucking my shirt here, down into prayer. So find yourself in prayer. I'll meet you there. Whew. Just let the sits bones drop down towards the heels and your chest can just kind of relax on your thigh. Take a nice deep breath and a big sigh. Good. All right, coming on up. Let's activate the legs a little bit here. We're going to take the right leg up and out. And then we're going to stack the right hip on top of the left. So we're going to take weight on the left hand, and we're going to take the right hand up onto the waist. So find your balance. So we've got the right side body up in the air with the left side body as our base. If you want, you can take that right arm up. See if you can tighten those glutes, pressing the pelvis forward slightly. That might kind of jostle your balance a little bit, that's okay. Press the base of that left hand into the mat. See if you can create more space between your left shoulder and your left ear. Good. And let's bring that right side body down to the mat and try the other side. Left leg goes out and up. We stack the left hip on top of the right, and we bring the left hand to our waist. And you can take the focus up towards the ceiling. And then if you want, you can take that left arm up. Activating the heel of the left foot. So you want to be stomping the wall behind you with the bottom of your foot. A nice flexed foot. And then bring that left side body down onto the mat. Go ahead and tuck the toes for a few seconds. Let's just take the weight back on those toes. Shake out the wrists. Come on back into all fours. And we're going to do that again. This time a little bit different. Take the right leg out and up. This time we're going to kickstand that left foot back, taking that right arm up and actually all the way over. So we're creating a nice long line. Go ahead and press the pelvis forward slightly, activate the heel. And we're going to do a few crunches here, knee to elbow. Exhale, knee to elbow, inhale, extend. So the kickstand is going to help us stabilize while we move the right side of our body above the base. Yeah, I don't think we'd be able to do this without the kickstand. A few more crunches. Inhale as you extend. Exhale as you bring that elbow to the knee. And then when you're ready, hand comes down, kickstand comes back, knee comes down. And we try the other side. Left leg out and up. Kickstand that right foot back, stack the hips. Take the left arm all the way up and over. Find that long line, that long length from fingertip to heel. Press the pelvis forward. That's going to tighten the glutes automatically. And then start your crunches. I think I did about 7. Every time you lengthen, see if you can get a little bit further. And bring yourself back down. Good, tuck those toes. Have a seat, back on those toes, shake out the wrists. Whew. And come on back to all fours. We're going to go ahead and send the right leg out again. And we're going to lift that right leg as high as we can without lifting the hip bone. So we're going to activate the heel, send the heel towards the wall behind us. Inhale here, exhale, just bring the nose to the knee. Scoop the belly button. Inhale, extend, and exhale, nose to knee. Let's do 7 here. That was 2. Every time you lengthen, come to that neutral position, but really activate the hamstring. And then exhale, squeeze as far as you can. Belly button reaching toward the spine, so you're really activating that core. Good. Tuck the toes. Sit on back. And shake out the wrists. And actually, just because it's a good thing to do, let's go ahead and just take a minute to put the palms down on the mat in front of us. Fingertips facing the knees. And then just give yourself gentle little stretches where you take your weight back and then slightly forward to release, and then back again. And straight forward just to release. The movement is like maybe 4 inches. Shake your head no here. Shake your head yes. Good. All right. Go ahead and come back onto all fours. Set yourself up. Make sure that your belly is like a silver platter for your spine. So it's holding everything elegantly and just like shiny silver. Send that left leg up. Activate the back of the knee. Activate the heel. Stomp the wall behind you. Find the length from the heel all the way to the top of your head. Inhale. Exhale. Knees to nose. Root the base of the hand into the mat. Match the inhale with the extension and the exhale with the contraction. Rhythmic and even breathing. Try to match the inhale with the exhale. Good. Woo. Tuck those toes, sit back, and shake it out. Whew. Oh, shake out the shoulders. Yeah, good. All right, let's come onto our forearms. So sometimes I like to curl my fingertips over the edge of the mat. And tuck those toes behind you. And let's come into dolphin. Dolphin is like a half of a down dog. So sits bones are reaching towards the ceiling. Heels are reaching towards the mat. And we're just activating that upper back. You can really feel the upper back engaging. You're pressing those elbows and those forearms down into the mat. If you want, you can do a little treading of the feet here, just to get those calves stretched out. And then recover, come down. And let's actually take the hands down by the ankles and come into child's pose. Release those shoulders for a minute. Dolphin is really heavy on the shoulder, it's pretty intense. So coming into child's pose just to kind of contrast that dynamically. It's part of the yogic yin yang principle that we always want to kind of stretch and strengthen. Stretch and strengthen and release. Good. Coming up, I'm going to go ahead and put my blocks behind me, and we're going to do camel. So go ahead and grab behind you, your blocks behind you. You can also grasp your heels, or you can do camel just with your fingers, your hands on your lower back, with your fingertips facing down. Squeeze the shoulders, the elbows together, and then send the chest and the chin up towards where the wall meets the ceiling. Ooh, that really activates my left shoulder. All right, well, we learn as we go here. Let's take the hands forward, tuck those feet, and let's come into down dog. Our first down dog of the day. We like to play a little bit in that down dog. Do what feels good. Maybe move those hips around. And then just settle into your down dog. Let's take 3 breaths here. Good. Go ahead and walk your feet towards your hands and your hands towards your feet. If you need to bend the knees as you do that, that's fine. Shake the pelvis out, shake the tail and the head. Maybe give yourself a soft, gentle bounce here. If you want, you can take the elbows onto the knees. Couple breaths here. You can also take your block and set your blocks in a way that might be able to let your head rest on them. Sometimes it's nice just to have a little, I have to stack my fists a little bit to get my head to rest, but it feels nice to have support at the top of the head in my forward fold, especially at the beginning of class when I'm not completely stretched out yet. Give yourself a few micro bends of the knees here. So micro bend and then lengthen, and then a micro bend and a lengthen. Maybe a big sigh here. And if forward fold is not a big deal for you, you want to grab hold of the elbows and really let the torso be heavy. Go ahead and check the weight. Make sure the weight of your body is really spread out over your feet. You're not back on your heels and you're not on the balls of your feet, but you've really got the 4 corners of your feet rooted down and the weight is equally distributed. If you can also give yourself a little figure 8 sway here with the rib cage, if that feels good. And why don't we continue that figure 8 sway as we bend the knees and slowly, slowly bring the torso up to standing, vertebrae by vertebrae, just swaying that soft figure 8. And the last thing to come up is the head kind of just sort of bubbles up, and then we're in mountain. Good. Let's do our pranayama, our 20 breaths, to kind of mark the end of our warm up here. We're going to inhale, reach the arms up into prayer, looking up, and then pulling the arms down through heart center. 20 breaths. Inhale as you reach up, and exhale as you bring the hands down the plumb line, the middle line of the body. Whenever you're ready, begin. 3 more. On that last reach up, inhale, and then exhale as you interlace the fingers and send the palms to the ceiling. Find the length in the body here. Root the feet into the floor. Send the palms towards the ceiling. And then walk the shoulders one at a time up a kind of imaginary ladder, creating even more space in the rib cage and the waistline. And then slowly let go of those fingers and let them fall while you maintain that lift. And let's just go right into tree. So keep that length, keep that long waist and rib cage, and fold it right into your tree. And when you're ready, you can even take the arms up and interlace the fingers if you want and send the palms to the ceiling to retrace where we just were, but now we're on one leg. And let's take the arms out to the side and grab hold of that knee, that right knee with your right hand, and pull the knee up towards the rib cage. If you want, you can settle yourself here, bringing your left hand to your waist. Let's circle the heel to the right. Circle the foot to the right and then the left. And then bring the knee forward, switch hands, and slide the right hand back to your hip. Then shift the gaze over the right shoulder. So we're doing a standing spinal twist, looking over the right shoulder. Little fall. And then bring the gaze back to center and come out of that as gracefully as possible. And then shift right into your tree on your other side. Taking your hands up when you're ready. Maybe you want to take the palms to the ceiling again, just to be even. And then when you're ready, arms come out, grab that left knee in the left hand and circle the ankle, both directions. Bring the knee to center, switch hands, slide that hand to the hip, open up the chest and look over that left shoulder. Change the focus back to center and release. Awesome. Let's come into a one-legged chair, or the number 4. So I'm crossing the right ankle on top of my left knee. I'm bending the knee over the toes. And then I'm going to take my arms up by my ears. 2 parallel lines. My focus is about 4 feet in front of me. This should feel super good in the right and left glute. Send the knee towards the mat, the right knee. If you want to challenge yourself, you can actually try to reach those fingertips forward. Maybe even tap the floor with your fingertips. And then grab that leg if you can and come to standing, holding the bottom of the leg like a baby, bringing it all the way up as close to your chest as possible. Give it a little rock. Crash and burn. I tried, my focus shifted and then I lost my focus. It happens. Good, release. Big it out. Try the other side. Left ankle on top of right knee. Bend that standing leg. The knee wants to be shooting right over those toes. Press the left knee down towards the mat and then take the arms up and parallel by the ears. Breathe here. And then you can stay there in that one-legged chair, or you can do a little challenge by tapping the fingertips and holding the bottom leg, bringing it all the way up to your chest. Maybe giving it a little rock. And then release. All right, excellent. Get some water. All right, so let's find ourselves in a mountain pose at the top of our mats. Maybe give yourself room so you don't whack your head. We're going to do a little flow here. Very simple. This is only the second session of our winter session, so we're working up to the power move. So we got to get going a little. So we're going to inhale, reach up, look up. Exhale, dive through the flat back all the way into forward fold. Inhale, come up halfway, looking up, lengthening that spine, and then exhale, coming back into forward fold. Inhale as you step back into down dog, and then exhale into down dog. Take a breath here. Inhale, take that right leg up in the air. See if you can get a little higher without lifting the right hip like we did earlier when we were on all fours. Using that same core, bring the nose to the knee and then step that foot forward. Good, let's just do a spinal twist right here. Take the right arm up. Little runner's lunge spinal twist. Feels good. And then bring that hand down to the mat. We're going to do a little bit of mobility flow here. So we're going to straighten that leg. Now you might want to take your blocks on either side of that foot. Straighten the leg and then bring the nose to the knee. And then take yourself back into the runner's lunge. And then straighten, nose to knee. Back down. And just keep doing this. Inhale and exhale, matching the movement with the breath, just kind of mobilizing and activating in the hip joint. Good. Go ahead and drop the knee and untuck the toe. Let's come up all the way. And let's take the prayer behind our head and let the head fall into the palm, the base of the palm, and look up. Feel that delicious stretch down the front of the left hip, all the way through the quad. And then bring those hands down to the block or to your mat, and then shift the booty back towards the heel of the left foot. And take a nice inhale, lengthen like your flag, billow your torso, and then let it fall gracefully over the leg. Imagine your torso is like a flag and it got a gust of wind came under it, and then your torso just landed so beautifully and gracefully over the leg. Breathe. Good. Coming back to runner's lunge. Tuck that toe. Step back into down dog. And then come into plank. Find your plank. Let's just kind of breathe here in plank. Energy through the heels, through the top of the head. Palms rooted into the mat. Now you can do a full chaturanga straight to the floor from here, or you can take the knees down and then bring the chest slowly to the mat. Inhale, let's come into cobra. I want you to pull the mat towards you with the bottom of your palm. That's going to activate those arms in the back. You can feel it in your triceps. Lift, 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 lift the head. Then lower, tuck the toes, come back through all fours, come back to down dog, and then you can jump or walk the feet to the hands, come into forward fold, and then roll slowly to standing. That was one sun salutation. Let's do the other side. Inhale, look up, reach up, dive through like a swan dive, coming into forward fold. Inhale, halfway up. This is a little grace moment. Exhale, release into forward fold. Step back, inhale into down dog, exhale, in down dog, and take a nice deep breath here. Activate the left leg, send it up on the inhale. See how high you can get it without lifting the left hip. Exhale, bring the nose to the knee, and then consciously place it forward, and then give yourself a little twist. Looking over your left shoulder, I'm going to keep my hand on my waist here, but you can take your arm all the way up and extend it. Good. Beautiful, beautiful. Coming back. Forget what we did. Oh, that's right. Take your blocks to either side of your foot, or just place your hands on the mat. And we're going to do our little mobility flow, coming into pyramid with our nose to our knee, and then back into runner's lunge. About 5 of these. Good. Coming back into runner's lunge, drop the knee, untuck the toe, bring the torso up with the arms, take the hands into prayer and slide them back down the back of your neck. Let the nape of your neck be held by the bottom of your palms. Send the elbows back, look up, and feel that amazing stretch that goes down the right side of your body, along the hip and down your quad. And then take a nice deep breath in, take the hands to the mat, and shift the weight back. The booty goes back. We're going to do that billowing flag thing. So here we go. Inhale. Billow the flag of your torso, and then let it drape over the leg. Stay here and breathe. Notice what's going on inside your mind, inside your heart, what's coming up. Go ahead and shift the weight forward. Remove the blocks, tuck the toe, step back in a down dog, and then come into plank. Hold plank. Straight down chaturanga or half chaturanga with the knees on the floor. Pull the mat towards you, elbows tucking into the rib cage as we come into a cobra. And exhale, release the head down. Press the hands into the mat as you come through all fours into down dog. And then you can walk or jump the feet to the hands. Coming into forward fold. And then slowly coming up vertebrae by vertebrae back into mountain. Good. So that is a very standard sun salutation. Right and left with a few little goodies in there. This basic sun salutation would literally be just that without the runner's lunge and all that little stretchy stuff we did in between. So you can always do, in fact, you know what? Let's just do one sun salutation, plain and simple, and then we'll come to our backs on the mat. So this will be our little period at the end of the sentence. Inhale, reach, look up. Exhale, dive through into forward fold. Don't forget to release that chin to the chest. Inhale, halfway up. This is your olive oil moment right here. Just delicious. Inhale, step back into down dog. Exhale and down dog. Inhale, plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, come down from cobra. Inhale, press into the mat. Come back into down dog. Step or jump your feet to your hands. Come into forward fold and then roll to standing. So that is your basic sun salutation. Find your way down to the mat. So I like to kind of insert poses in between, but that basic sun salutation is a wonderful, simple, challenging structure that you can always use to activate the full body. Coming on to, oh, there was something I wanted to, oh, that's okay, we'll do this now. All right. Coming onto our back. I wanted to do a kind of two-part ab exercise. So our hands are at our head, on either side of our head. Our feet are flat with the knees up. We're going to inhale here and then exhale, do a little crunch, and then inhale, come back down. Oh, actually, you know what? I think we need to have our hands down here. So we'll do a little crunch just with the upper body, with the hands on the floor, and then we'll come back down, and then we're going to lift the feet off the floor and do a little inverted tuck. Oh, I know what we'll do. We'll leave the feet up. So we'll do a little crunch here, arms down by the side, coming all the way up to the bra line here, and then come down, take the hands onto the mat, and then a little inverted hip lift. So we've got upper body, rectus abdominis, and then the lower abs. So let's try that. Exhale, little crunch. Inhale, recover. Exhale, hips come off the floor. Inhale, recover. Exhale, reach, upper body off the floor. Inhale, recover. Exhale, hips lift. Exhale, recover. Keep going. When you lift the hips, which is the really challenging part, try to lift them up towards the ceiling, not back towards your head. That is the sticky part. Couple more. Woo! Last one. Whew. That is not easy. Bring those feet down, take the hands to the side, and just do some windshield wipers with the knees. It's taking a little longer to recover from that holiday break, but that's okay. It's all a journey. All right. Those were really great. Let's just do a little last full body ab exercise. Let's take a nice long stretch with the arms above the head. The legs are lengthened down on the mat. Exhale, peel yourself up slower, coming up to sitting, and then give yourself a little, just release over the legs. And back to sitting, down slowly, slowly, slowly. Right here is the sticky part, right here. That lower, inhale, arm above the head. Exhale, if you can try to keep the arms by the ears, that would be a challenge to reach for. Give yourself a stretch over the legs, that's your treat. Come back to sitting, and then slowly, vertebrae by vertebrae, peel yourself back down. Last time, inhale, exhale up. Let's use momentum, use the core. And release. Good. Go ahead and grab your strap. You may not need a strap, but go ahead and bend that right knee towards the chest. Good. And then we're going to actually take the right hand and reach across and grab the pinky side of the left foot. My left hand is down on the mat. I'm going to go ahead and pull that left leg off the ground. Now, if you can't reach the pinky side of your foot, you can use your strap. Yeah? So I grab my strap around and then I just pull that foot up. So I've got my right hand here. Otherwise, grab the pinky side of that foot and go ahead and find a nice place where you can lengthen this leg. Now, the challenge is to open up and twist. Of course, I picked my bad side to start with, but we're going to open up that left arm and twist to the left, looking over the left shoulder. And you can actually just release that and then release the knee and then give yourself a little bit of a massage down the legs and give yourself a nice stretch forward. And let's try the other side. Pick up the left knee, bring it towards the chest. Take the left arm and reach across, grabbing hold of the pinky side of the foot, or using your strap and taking it around the bottom of the ball of the foot. Pick up that right arm, right leg. Find a place where you can lengthen that knee. It might be down here, that's fine. You want the back of the knee lengthened but not locked. And then open up, twist, and open up the chest. This is my better side. Better example. Beautiful. Bring your torso back around and then gently bring that leg down. Extend the leg. And then one more time, massage yourself down. Give yourself a little forward fold, heavy head, shake the head no, shake the head yes. And then come up. Let's go ahead and put the feet flat on the ground, and we're gonna go down to the ground, imagining that we've got a rope, and we're pulling the rope down as we go. So we're holding onto a rope, and we're walking ourselves down the rope slowly, like we're walking backwards down a sheer wall, and we're going very carefully, very slowly, and cautiously, and with control and grace. That was good. Go ahead and grab the outside of your feet. Let's come into happy baby. Just do a little rock here. Side to side. Try to get the lower back lengthened down on the mat. If you want, you can even extend the legs into like a wide second position, if that feels good for your inner thigh. Good, and let's take a nice deep breath in, stretching the hands away from the toes. Hold the breath at the top of the inhale, tighten everything. Tighten every little nook and cranny, your face, your shoulders, your neck, your glutes, your calves. Hold it until you can't tighten it anymore, and then release into the nice warm floor that's always there for you. Swallow. Remove the tongue from the roof of the mouth. Stick it out, say, and just relax and bring yourself into Shavasana or deep relaxation. I'm going to dim the lights here and put on a relaxing piece of music for us. And just honor the work that you've done. It's still sort of working its way through your body, so just let it do its thing. You're welcome to stay in Shavasana for as long as you want, or you can find your way to an easy seated position and bring your hands to the heart center prayer, and we'll close our class today kind of where we started. Let's take a nice 4 count inhale with a 6 count exhale. Gratitude for our breath, our anchor. It's always there for us. The spirit in me salutes the spirit in you. Namaste. Thanks so much for coming.